Okay, hi everybody, welcome to Dead Square Gaming. I'm going to be demonstrating my solo Drax um, deck. Now, this is for most villains. My Ronin Drax is different though. My protection deck for Ronin is different, but this is a pretty good one for just most villains for solo play. Basically, we have three allies. Chorus Mantis, Rocket for minion control and thwarting, and then Gamora. Where is she? For giving me card economy. So she draws us an event. Use CITT because you can get really wrecked with Drax if he gets exhausted. And it helps you get a little more damage near the end of the game. Running three side steps with booster boots, which can also neglect an attack, and I don't have to exhaust. The key is not exhausting. Two energy barriers so that we can have a potential six deflection. So yeah, six, which is most villains don't hit more than six. And then we do have an unflappable because we are running um, total of with Drax's kit cards, five defense cards. So the other thing is Night Nurse, very important, so you're not confused or stunned. We're running one switch and bait, which is um, helps us remove threat off the main. We're basically never flipping to alter. Basically, that's the goal, to stay in hero the whole game. And one Shake It Off. I took out Hard Knocks just because it costs like Drex has a very small hand. Reason I put Mansion in because he has such a small hand and he's not a rushdown character, so getting that out is gonna help you get those big explosive turns near the end of the game. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is how the deck works, and I'm gonna kind of pilot it, show you how. So Claw can be pretty aggressive and then sometimes very weak. So I'm gonna mulligan those. I'm gonna throw it for one on that, and um, play that, and then play Fight Me Coward, which I already draw a card, and Claw attacks me. I think I shuffled. So, ouch, pretty big attack. 3, 4, 5, 6. So Claw doesn't usually hit that hard, but he did this time. I think we're just gonna play down a med team so we can kind of recoup some of these hit points that I've lost. And we'll throw it for one again. Draw my 4. Mantis, okay. Undefended. 3. And we get, oh gosh, Melter. So we definitely want to get down Mantis. A lot of good cards here, but Mantis has to get put down. I wish I had one more card. These are very good cards too. But yeah, Mantis has to come out. So what card do we keep? Uh, I mean, Booster Boots. I think Unflappable. So Mantis. Got 3 attack. Oh, wait a sec. Melter's gonna kill me, so that's not a smart idea. In that case, we'll have to discard Mantis and play that. I think in the long run, boost. Well, we might discard actually our Tweed Teeth, which I don't want to happen. All right, we're gonna throw for one, so because the main's getting crazy. Yeah, I'm not. I gotta get Tweet Thief. Oh, there it is. Okay. He's gonna attack. 4. 1, 1, and then I will Nerves of Steel, sidestep, uh, do damage, flappable. He's gonna attack me. Oh, no, he's not. I misread that card. We either exhaust or spend resources. So I guess I gotta exhaust because I can't pay all the 3 resources. So this is awkward. I think we're just gonna have to do that plus this. Use that. Use med team. All right, we're gonna start drawing lots of cards now. So, oh crap. We'll go Nerves of Steel for this. Ping off the tough. Draw 2. This guy hits me for 1, 1. I guess 1, 2. We could parry. Because he might not get an attack. I think I'll just parry. Two damage. Oh, he's not full. Okay. So things are looking better. Gonna do leading blow on the weapons runner. Draw a card. Then we're gonna do melter. I'm gonna play rocket. I gotta start thwarting, so 2. Use that. Okay, good. Parry. Awesome. Undefended. And use my parry. And then he hits me for 1. Attacks me again. This is awkward. I could defend and have CT to ready, so we're gonna just defend. So 2 and draw a card. So wow, Drax has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a good combination. But we need to Thort. And then I need to um, I gotta do my knife. Intimidation. Ah, crap. Let me see my discard because I gotta see what's in there. I think all three side steps are in there. I might have to defend with rocket. Yeah, one, two. I know both my parries are in there. I think I got one more side step. Yeah, one more side step. I think we'll just night nurse the last bit. Let's see what's else in the discard. Any big boys? You got that. Melter's in there, but I kind of want to hold on to my knife leap, but also CT's really good. I think we'll discard that right now. Hold on to that. Dang it, we didn't get what I wanted. I'm at 3. If I defend, well, let's see the big stuff. I think Rocket has to take this for me. But if he gets another attack, I'm dead. I think we gotta defend. So 2 damage. Draw a card. Rock has to defend that. Oh gosh. If he gets attack, I'm dead. Gotta spend resources. Oh my gosh. One, two, three. Okay, we play that. I think we're just gonna flip. I don't like to flip, but yeah, I'm gonna die if I don't. So, I mean, it's at 1, so gotta flip when you gotta flip. And there's the side step I needed. All right. I mean, we're sort of built up. He's gonna scheme. Oh, it doesn't even flip. Wow. Okay, that's not bad. I need to kind of heal, so I think we're gonna heal for 4. Flip. Use CT to ready. Do leading blow on him. So 2 damage. Oh no. I screwed up, guys. I apologize. I have no vengeance counters, so that was just a mistake. So I'm not gonna do leading blow, but we'll do. Do switch and bait. Villain attacks you, remove 4th threat of the main scheme. So it attacks me. It's going to be 2. I'll do sidestep. 2 damage. Get a vengeance counter. Flappable. So I got 3 attack. I think we'll just... Oh, and then remove 4. Let's kill the guard. I'm going to med team. All right, we're getting there, guys. Take on defended. Take a damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, gets tough. And discard for... Okay, so that's pretty good. Acceleration. All right. So we're going to go leading. We're going to attack for 4 and draw a card. Then I'm going to go fight me, coward. Ready. He attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get the tough off there. A sidestep, so I'm taking 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll swing in on the villain with leading blow, do 2 damage, draw a card, ready. Then we'll swing in for 5 on Tiger Shark, get another card. Use med team, heal 2, play one of energy bearer. Do fight me, coward, draw a card, ready. Gosh, okay. Gonna do sidestep. So remove 3, hitting me for 2, energy bearer. So 1 damage. And not able. Oh, vengeance counter max. Swing in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's still on 1. Okay. That's cool. Already. Do another 5, down to 1. Draw a card. Oh, there's my parry. I was gonna put Drax other knife out. Yeah, we'll keep that. And I will use my parry. Draw a card, draw a card. It's really fun when this deck, you know, once you get it built like this, the synergy really starts to show. And you don't have to be too scared, you know. So I'm kind of built now, so I can kind of dictate the rest of the battle here. Um, so we'll swing for. Let me see here. Swing for 5. We draw a card. Don't worry. I'm gonna go. Rocket needs to come out. So I think we'll go 1, 2. Ready myself. Or maybe I don't. Hold on. Because I think I want to just do this. Play Rocket. Oh wait. Yeah, we'll do what the plan was. Ready, Drax, and then just play Rocket. Okay. Throw that off, and throw for 1 to keep it from flipping. And we're just gonna heal Drax. There's my life leap. Okay. Take on offended. I will use energy shield to do 1 damage. He gets flipped, gets a tough, and sonic manipulation to. All right, that was pretty cool. Then we'll do knife leap, doing 10 with piercing, down to 12. We draw a card. I'm gonna do CT. Do another. Do another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a card. There's intimidation. Okay. Intimidation. Go back to 0. It's close. 1, 2. I'm gonna use Rocket to block this. We'll fling damage on him. And test the enemy with the highest attack. Weapons runner. Okay, that was pretty close. Like, he was ready to clobber me, but he didn't get the attack event, so. Luckily for me, Claw has run out of time. So, do 5. Actually discard that, draw a card. I love this card for Drax. Like, so good. 1, 2. You're ready, and we do knife leap. Just kill that clown too. Boom, dead. Yeah, so this was the deck. Very fun deck. I mean, I've got 2. What is it called? 2. I mean, I think Claw's a good testament whether a solo deck is good or not. Like, if you can beat Claw Expert with whatever hero, then you have a decent deck. I wouldn't say like all-star deck, but like it passes the test. This is the Claw test, Expert Claw. And I mean, you can still lose to Claw, but I think if you're able to regularly Expert Claw, you have a decent deck to start. Some villains require you to build your deck kind of differently. Like Ronin, I would not even run sidesteps. I just run a bunch of tough stuff and multiple man because you have to play around fanaticism. Um, and it's funny because you would think Drax would have no chance against Ronin since you need to be constantly getting hit. Yeah, we actually did flip to altar. So usually when I play Drax, I never flip to altar, but we were down to 1 HP. Um, Now you might say, why not throw in the adrenaline rushes? Okay, my opinion, when you're playing on expert and harder villains, and especially if you experiment with uh, expert 2 and standard 2, uh, you don't have like you're like I barely survived this game. Like I was fighting. In fact, first aids are not bad. We didn't get Mantis Cell. Did we have Mantis Cell? I can't remember. But what I'm trying to say is that this is more like a win more type of card in my opinion. Like if you're playing on the hardest difficulties, um, this is like a win more. Like if you're able to get all these out and then cycle through your deck once, uh, then either you're playing a very easy villain or you're playing multiplayer and someone else is like literally, handling the scheme and everything for you. Because I've tried playing it with this, but it's just too much setup. Uh, you got a 4 hand size. So if you have like 2 of these in your hand, like you can have dead turns, and you know try to make my decks where mathematically I always have good options, and it's a lot harder with a smaller hand size. So in my opinion, I'm not saying it's not good with Drax, but a hero with maybe a bigger hand size or more card draw, or someone that readies a lot more, uh, like Quicksilver, yeah, definitely. Um, would I change anything so far with this deck? I don't think so. Like I said, I'm pretty happy. It's a pretty fun deck. It's not like you can lose with this deck, but if you play it correctly and get your vintage counters up, you saw like a couple rounds I was doing a lot of things with Drax. Like I think that's the key with Marvel Champions is people get frustrated when they have like a turn where they only play one card and that's all they do. I notice players on YouTube or whatnot, they a lot of the popular characters are characters that have big hand draw, like Captain Marvel. Like if you ever see people play hard difficulties or a hard villain, they usually default to Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, because these heroes give you a lot more cards, and so it's a lot more. It's an easier time playing against tougher villains. Uh, but if you look at my videos, I've beaten Ronin with a lot of heroes that people have said that they suck or they're no good. There's no like Hulk. I've done Iron Man Justice against Ronin, which I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. And this is solo, not multiplayer. Because multiplayer, you can have very strong hero with a weak hero, and the strong hero can kind of babysit the weak hero. So I think solo, not to say multiplayer is not, uh, fun and good. It's just that if you're gauging how strong a hero is, I think solo is like the ultimate test. But I think though in multiplayer, some heroes actually perform a little bit better than solo. So you know, um, and of course Drax is pretty good in multiplayer, just to be like a tank for all the heroes and take damage. And you can build with um, what's that card? Preemptive strike, so that you become the defender and you don't have to exhaust. So you run 3 of those. But yeah, so I fooled around with a bit, but I think like you could run multiple man, like the one I did for against Ronin, but I find a lot of times the normal villains, not Ronin, they don't usually hit for 7, 8, 9 every turn. So like Claw sometimes only hits for 2, 3, sometimes one. Well, usually not one, but um, so you're losing tough when he hits you for 2 damage. It's like kind of a wasted, you know. So yeah, um, so I am running one of the Shake It Offs, and you might say why I'm not running more of this. Again, it depends on the villain. If a villain has a very high attack, I'd run more like Shake It Offs, maybe even Hard Knocks. I took out my Hard Knocks in this version because again it costs 3 resources. Your starting hand size in hero is 4. So again, most of the cards in here are fairly inexpensive. Um, we are running a Hell Carrier to kind of help us with these little one cost stuff that comes out a lot. And again, we're just running 2 other allies, and they're, you know, rockets for minion control and thwarting, Gamora for card economy draw. So pretty much it. But yeah, the question is, would I change anything? Like you might say, why not 3 energy bears? Because I think 3 is a little bit overkill. I mean, unless you're playing someone like Ronin and it's multiplayer, but like 2 is enough. Like most villains with booster boots, um, and 2 energy bears. You know, sometimes villains only hit for 3, so you know there's sometimes you're, but with sidestep, you're that's a total of 6 damage you're negating. So pretty much that's every villain, maybe besides Ronin, that you're, you know, can stop. So that's the reason why I kind of stopped at 2, and I threw a bait and switch in there again because sometimes you need to knock that down. Again, if you're in hero, generally speaking, uh, with your ally, you should, you know, that one bait and switch might come in handy when it starts to go quite high, and then you just use it. So I didn't feel like I needed 2 of them in the deck, although I don't think 2 is a bad idea. Maybe if you're in a villain that has a very high scheme, and he then yeah, I'd probably go with 2 Bane switches. But you're in hero mode, so a lot of times, you know, that main scheme is not going up. It's just going up by acceleration. So like I said, I think one's enough for how you play with Drax. And there's 2 med teams to heal Drax or heal my allies, basically. And you first aids work too, mainly to put on Mantis, but I just feel I get more mileage out of the med teams. Uh, what else? Yeah, so that's my analyst of sort of Drax. He does work, I think, in aggression, but I think more maybe multiplayer. Um, he's not a rushdown hero. So what I mean by rushdown hero, I'm talking about like people like Hulk, Star Lord, heroes that well, Captain America could do it. Captain Marvel can do everything basically. Like she can rush down, she could do any type of build strategy. But I'd say like Hulk is a probably the best, in my opinion. One, I would say you could argue. I mean, I know people probably say Star Lord's the best rushdown hero, but I think Hulk is right up there, if not maybe the best. Like when I play Hulk, I just smash villains. Either 2 or 3 turns they're dead, and that's on expert. So I think, and you couldn't do that in early Hulk. Early Hulk days, you were limited with the card pool that we had. Nowadays, you have a lot more ways to neglect. What do you call stun, tough. You even have a card that can, if on your obligation when you flip it, exhaust the Hulk, ready to rumble that can ready Hulk back up. So in the early Hulk days, Hulk did kind of struggle even to rush down, but now he's a lot more viable, I believe, and he's quite good if you play that strategy. Although rush down won't work in multiplayer if your ally's not a rushing down. Because let me explain that. Multiplayer, the villains basically gets another double set of life, right? So the strategy between a rush deck is you're not building, okay? Like this game, we built Drax up. So you're not building, you're just doing as much damage as possible. You usually lose if you can't kill the villain within a few 3 to 4 rounds, because you're not concentrating on thwarting at all. You're just damage. Uh, so that's basically what rushdown is. But in multiplayer, if you have someone with you, because I think some people when they play Marvel Champions, they don't understand that. Like, okay, if you have a rushdown hero and you're partner with someone that's not doing rushdown with you, then it's gonna be awkward because you're not gonna be building the whole game, and you won't be able to kill the villain quick enough in multiplayer if you're not both rushed down. So yeah, and I'm all over the place talking about different things, but so far I really enjoyed Drax. Like I said, I tested him out. The ultimate test for me was to play against Ronan and see if I could beat him in solo, and I did. Um, but I think this particular deck, I'll post this on my Marvel DB list. If people are interested, I'll put a link down. But this is I like Drax. Like I think the thing for me is I wasn't bothered too much with the forehand size because the way like if you notice how I set up this game, once I got my setup cards in place, I turned that forehand size into like 5, 6, sometimes a 7 if I got the right cards all through my way. So and then he's the way he for me, he wants to just be attacking every turn, ready, attack, ready, with the follow through or not follow through. Is it follow through? Leading blow. Yeah, so I mean, he's quite fun, and I think what's cool is I think he's one of the only real heroes that never wants to flip, like ever. I mean, it could be. I'm trying to think off my head if there's another hero in Marvel Champions that wants to specifically stay in hero the whole entire game. I don't think so because I mean, he doesn't have a lot of heroes in Marvel Champions have a special alter ego support card. Most of them do, and Drax doesn't have that. So I think like yeah, he really does not want to flip, and that's where he's kind of awkward in Justice because usually Justice wants to flip because I don't know. That's the way I play Justice. I flip a lot. Yeah, looking at the heroes, I don't think like he's pretty much the yeah and in protection kind of wants to stay in hero for a longer time. So yeah, I in my opinion, I think protection is like the best for him, and then I would say second would be aggression. As far as like synergy, because aggression has toe to toe, you can kind of force him to attack you. Except you just don't have tough in aggression, so that'd be nicer if you had a way to get tough. Um, But in multiplayer, you're playing with Doctor Strange or you're playing with another Avenger hero. They can maybe throw tough on you with certain cards that, like this. If you have another Avenger protection, like Wasp, maybe throw this on Drax a few times. Um, yeah, and that's the cool thing about Marvel Champions is that it's just the more cards they release, the more possibilities of synergies in that. And for me, card games, they're all about. I like finding out like synergies, and I do like also I like challenges. So right now I like where Marvel Champions is. We've got Expert 2 and Standard 2. So now I can go back and play Rhino, like because Rhino is kind of like I would never. you had to jack him up to heroic like level 3 to be somewhat scary. Um, because there's ways to abuse, like you just run a bunch of tough, and then you abuse. Because now with the card pools, you could totally abuse Rhino where he's just worthless. But now with Expert 2, Standard 2, he's now got piercing. He's now got overkill. Um, so yeah, I think what I like to do is go back and play the core villains on Expert 2 and Standard 1 or Standard 2, and we'll see how that goes, and then we'll probably do a campaign, maybe two-handed with on Expert 2. I don't know who I'm gonna go with, but um, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so far, I would say this game's not going anywhere. They're still as long as people keep buying and supporting the game, I think we're gonna have a very long life cycle for this game, and it's pretty exciting because they're. I think the next one as of this video that's coming out soon, the expansion is like Spider Verse or something like that, where and I think they're really making the scenarios a lot more interesting. Um, so I'm looking for that because every expansion they've released, it's in my opinion, has gotten a lot better. Not to say that the core set wasn't good. It's just you know, uh, once you play the other expansions and then go back to the core villains, you kind of it's more a standard kind of um, mechanics, if that makes any sense. So when you go into the more expansions, you see a lot more different mechanics get implemented. So it's a little bit more exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Overall, give Drax a try. You can try this deck. I'm pretty sure you'll have some fun. Uh, Multiplayer deck. I think you want to change a lot of cards in here for multiplayer. I might also do a deck list too for multiplayer deck Drax, but